What energy, what corporation, what thing, what can we possibly imagine that is controlling our world? I'll give you a hint. It's not the Rockefellers, right? It's not the Greys. It's not the aliens. It's not the elite. It's not the cabal. It's not the Matrix. It's none of this. It's something way bigger than we could even fathom. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden. It has nothing to do with the political agenda, the forces of nature. Nothing like that come even close to the level of control, the level of darkness that is spewing out right now over us through this war in our consciousness. Now, I like to call this the Matrix, right? Because this is something that is a huge, complex organism. It's not one family. It's not the Rockefellers. It's not these ancient bloodlines of passing on generational wealth, creating control, creating things like the Federal Reserve, creating religions, creating these sects and these ancient bloodlines in order to create the control over and over again, controlling the narrative, controlling what we eat, when we get to participate in certain events, what we drink, what we breathe. Literally every aspect of our life is being controlled by this dark energy. Now, you and I here are to light up the darkness. That's what this is all about, right? Your soul is emerging and expanding, and it can't grow beyond the point of darkness that is currently controlling our world. Now, there are timelines, right, that are being played out here. This is the 3D timeline, and this is what this darkness is promoting, right? They're promoting the timeline of 3D and duality and keeping people stuck in that lower vibration, thinking that you are just this body, thinking that you are just, having some job, clocking in, clocking out, maybe have a few kids, have a dog, and die and do it all over again. No, there is so much more to life. All right, now, this matrix, this complex organism of elite bloodlines, family members, cult leaders, you name it, this dark stuff here, okay? And I don't want to get into it. What I want to do is just shed the light onto why this is happening and why this continues to happen, right? It's going to continue to happen over and over again. The more people that get sucked into that 3D timeline, the more people that control that narrative and start blaming, start getting into duality consciousness, start getting into all that fear. You see, once you feel that fear, once all of this is taken, right, that's the 3D timeline growing. Now, the other option is the 5D timeline. Obviously, the Great Awakening, this ascension process happening, the soul, this infinite cup within all of us. Now, the Matrix doesn't want you to expand your cup. The Matrix doesn't want the Kundalini open, doesn't want your Anya Chakra, the third eye, opening. They don't want you to see beyond the veil, right? Because you need to be glued into that Matrix world. You need to be in that rat race, just going around and around in circles. That's exactly where they want us. Okay, now this evilness, this darkness, right, is coming to an end, right? It's not as easy to control us as it was a few hundred years ago or a few thousand years ago, right? Because this Great Awakening is upon us. This ascension is upon us now. And the more the light expands, the more the darkness is going to try to creep in and control us even more. And that's what we're experiencing right now. 2021, rolling out 2022. These next 3 to 5 years, honestly, are going to dramatically change and alter every aspect of our life. Not just what you're seeing, through social media, what you're hearing on the fake news. I'm talking about the economy, the entire money system, the entire food system, food prices, housing prices. Haven't you noticed all of these changes, right? This is happening because of that dark force, because of that evil agenda, because of all of that corruption. And there's a reason why the censorship is not allowing you to get the information that you need to access and only allowing you access to the information that they want you to have access to. That's why this is happening in such a complex way. And this matrix organism, this machine, is so smart now, right, with their algorithms and their technology in this digital age that we are now completely entered in. It was no option before. No, we are 100% now in this digital age. We are 100% now more vulnerable than we ever have been before. Now, why am I saying all this? Why is this even relevant? Well, the simple solution is to claim back your power, activate higher consciousness, and truly embody what it means to be in that 5D, to truly be awakened. You see, because when you're out here off grid, when you're in nature, when you're just loving life, none of those things can harm you. None of those matrix agendas and machine-built complex organisms that have been trying to control us and bring your consciousness down, they do not have power here. They do not have power in 5D. You see, they only have power in the 3D timeline. They only have power to the souls who truly believe that there is only a 3D timeline and this material universe is only material. When in fact, quantum physics and their own science is now proving just the opposite. Right? And yet the narrative has continued to control, and they're going to push these chemicals, and they're going to push all of this quote unquote medicine and quote unquote science and get all the data to get you to believe their narrative. Meanwhile, the president is going to back it up. All the governors and leaders, and whoever does not comply, you will be eliminated, right? You will be eliminated from the mainstream, right? And that's all good. You know, I let go of the mainstream a long time ago. Type it in if that resonates with you. I let go of the mainstream. You see, there's no more keeping up with the Joneses. There's no more keeping up with any of this anymore. It is unnecessary. All right, so remember that the only way to truly claim your power, to truly claim this infinite consciousness, is to step into that oneness, step into that oneness consciousness instead of the duality consciousness, step into the ascended masters, step into the teachers, the gurus, all the religions, all the saints, Yahshua, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha. Everybody has wanted you to grow, wanted you to expand your consciousness. The light is going to prevail. It always will prevail. So make no mistake that yes, this darkness is creeping up. Yes, this evilness, this darkness, control is honestly now in more control than they ever have been, right? I've never felt more fear, right, in my entire life for a reason. And it's all coming from that evilness, that darkness being spread through us, right in our own communities, in our own homes, with all of our brothers and sisters literally tearing each other apart. Right? Because it happens from within. This is the invisible war. This isn't some entity behind the screen, you know? This isn't some Hitler, totalitarian, you know, fascist nation, communist. No. We're not going to see that old school paradigm stuff anymore. This is an invisible mechanism that is happening right now. The spiritual war is happening right now. So you got to choose your side, right? Are you on the 3D team, backing the nonsense and all the separation consciousness that is going to continue to create these problems over and over again? Or are you going to step up and go into 5D and really show up and practice that oneness with everybody that you encounter, right? Getting away from these conspiracies, getting away from the greed and all this darkness and the cabal and the Rockefellers. Get away from all that stuff and focus on the love. Focus on the light. There are so many things that we should be pouring our energy into right now instead of giving our energy back to the matrix and letting them win. All right? Type it in if this resonates with you. I claim my power now. That's that. That's all you got to do. That is it. Okay? If you're listening on the podcast, jump over to my social media. Let's really bring this energy up. Let's create the highest vibration right now on planet Earth, because that's what we have to do to really combat this darkness, okay? And know that you're being guided. Know that all of this is meant to happen, right? There's absolutely nothing to fear. Step into that oneness. Step into your heart, all right? Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. Until next time, guys, infinite love, infinite peace. I'm out.